Hello. I want to talk about something that I think we all should talk about, and I think I'm a new YouTuber, I guess, something like that. But it's like I just want to talk about certain things that we all should talk about, and that's what my channel's gonna be about. So, but one thing I want to talk about are relationships with friends, relationships with your peers, adults, teachers, yeah, boyfriend, girlfriend. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, so I think that sometimes relationships can confuse us and confuse on what we think about somebody or how we think about them, or we think about how they feel, or sometimes we don't put to consideration of what others may think or feel about a situation or choice that you choose. And in all the end, our choices are our own choices. Like, we have these choices in our life because it's our choices to make. And nobody can tell you what choice to choose, what choice to make, because in the end, are they going to be there for you? No, they're not. They're not going to be there to help you go through a choice. Maybe they will, but they're not going to be the one that has to live with what the choice you chose. And you have to make sure, like, well, if they want me to choose this, are they going to be there to help me? Are they going to be there in the end if something goes wrong? And it's like, well, you don't know, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. And that's why people take risk. And the risk of relationships, I think relationships are worth taking risk for. And if you're too scared to take a risk, to fall in love, or to love somebody, or to get hurt, then you do you. But you should take risk to find out where you are going to be in your life. Maybe relationships might help you in the future with future ones, or future friendships, or to help you know what and what not to do next time. Okay, like, let's see, relationships with teachers. I think my relationship with teachers are kind of like okay. But like, how about you guys? Like, how are your relationships with your teachers? Because we all have elementary, middle school, high school, college, you know? I think that a lot of people tend to not care about their teachers, or teachers tend to not really care about students, or they don't really take in the fact that everybody learns differently, and that we all can't learn from the same person. Like, we're not the same person. We don't have the same mind to learn something the same way that others learn something. Sometimes it needs to be broken down into it. And you know that teachers teach things differently when there's different teachers for certain subjects and there's different teachers for the same subject. And you can learn that, like, they teach differently. But, like, class you're in, you might not even know what the heck is going on. Because most teachers just be like, okay, well, I told you that was on the board and you were supposed to know everything. Relationship with friends? Honestly, this one got me going. Pow, pow, pow. Sometimes I think I don't have friends. I believe that I don't have friends, and that I only have acquaintances. And acquaintances are also like peers. And, friends. Friends are more than acquaintances, more than your peers. Friends are your friends. They're supposed to be there for you. You go out and you do things with your friends. You can do things with your peers, but most likely, you don't do that much with them because they're your peers. But the more you do something with somebody, they're your friends, because you go out and you communicate, you bond. You guys form a bond that's like this close. But like, friends, Friends, like, I think I spelled that wrong. I don't know. But friends should be there for friends. And you can stop having a friend because they're just a friend. Like, They're not a friend for life. See keyword friends and. But your friends should share fries with you because they have the word fry in there. And if you cut out the ND, you got fries. Fries. Alright? That's what friends are for. Friends are for fries. And then soon they end and then you don't got the fries anymore because they're just up here. Sometimes your friends can turn into enemies just because something wrong happened. Like maybe you dated a guy and then your friend comes along. Oh, hey, I liked him. Why would you date him? You knew that. And they're like, you did not like him. Okay? And they're like, no, yes, I did. I even told you. You didn't tell me nothing, boo-boo. And then they're like, fine, I don't like you anymore. Bye. So then you don't have them as your friend anymore. And you may or may not miss them. Like, you're like, honestly, I didn't like her. Honestly, she was a really good friend, but, you know, sometimes you gotta let friends go. For the better or for the worse. But, you know, what are friends for? Relationships with peers. Sometimes relationship with peers get, like, crazy. Like, you may not even understand people. You don't want to be their friend, but you don't want to be their enemy. You don't like them, but you don't dislike them. They're just a peer. They're just a person. Sometimes you can tell how you feel about somebody else to a peer that you don't even know. Like, you really don't even know them. Like, you know them, but you don't know them because they're not a friend. And you're just like, man, oh my god, girl, Joshua doesn't even know how I have feelings for him. But, like, they don't care because it's like, okay, so Joshua, they're talking to you about Joshua. Maybe because they're friends with Joshua, and that's why you're talking to Joshua. Like, Joshua don't care. Joshua don't know this. And they're like, no, Joshua does. Trust me, Joshua cares. But it's like, does Joshua really care? He might. I'm pretty sure Joshua cares about you. But, like, there's just that peer that you just, like, yes. Uh-huh. Okay. And you just talk to them because they make you feel comfortable about things. And it's like, that's good. It's good they make you feel comfortable. Relationships with parents. Okay, so, relationships with parents actually are kind of, some people have good relationships with their parents, and some people don't. Otherwise, there are where you can tell your parents everything because you have the cool parents that are like, yes, honey, here's some booze. Here's some weed. Here, don't forget these condoms. But, you know, I think relationships with parents should try to work understanding, but I just think that parents don't really understand their children, that they need to let their children make their own choices, and they need to let their children make their own mistakes, because the best way you're going to learn from your mistakes is if you make them yourself. You can go on and on about how you did this when you were 14, how you did that when you were 17, how you did that when you were our age, but we don't really, like, care. Like, we want to do what we want to do, and we're going to do what we want to do, and that's when parent and kid relationships go bad. Like, they stop trusting their children, or when their children want to talk to their parents, they can't. They want to tell their parents something so bad. And I know that because I wanted to tell my parents something so bad, but I just couldn't because I'm like, they're gonna like be like blah 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 blah. They're gonna parent me, and they're gonna take their parent head and their parent mind, and they're gonna twist every little thing that I say into making something bigger, and I'm not even gonna get what I was looking for. But yeah, try to be a better parent. I mean, there's nothing wrong that you're doing. The wrong thing that you're doing may be a lot of stuff, though, actually. So there is something wrong you're doing. But there's, like, not a wrong or right way to parent. But you get what I'm saying. Ah, man. Here's a good one. Relationships with your best friends or your best friend. Best friends are supposed to be there till the end, right? I get it. Friends and end, I said that, but best friends are supposed to be there for the end. They're supposed to be a lifetime friend. You're supposed to be there for me, bestie. Where'd you go? Like, if best friends don't talk behind best friends' backs. And to be honest, I have a lot of best friends, and I had. And not one of them ever was a real best friend. And I'm sorry if you're watching this, but don't feel offended, but I've never had a real best friend to call a best friend. Well, now I got like 2, but yeah. Best friends can be boy or girl, even if you're boy or girl. Like, best friends aren't gender. Best friends aren't race. They aren't their skin tone. They aren't the personality. But best friends don't always like the same thing. Best friends can be totally opposite. Because opposites attract, right? And you're like, I don't like her. I don't like him. Hey, want to be best friends? Yeah, you guys make a perfect team. And then you end up liking things together. And that's what I think is special about best friends. Is that you have that bond. Like, you have that bond where you can never break. Like, they're just there. And something can go so wrong. And you guys can both be mad at each other. But sooner or later, you both are going to come back around because you're best friends. And best friends don't leave best friends. No matter what. No matter if, like, if you're crying and your best friend sneaks out just to help you and to be there for you, to comfort you and tell you everything's going to be okay, even though it might not be, that's a best friend, man. A best friend doesn't leave a best friend. A best friend doesn't, like, just bye. A best friend won't leave you when you're feeling down, when you're feeling blue. A best friend won't tell you they're not going to be your friend because you're dating a certain guy anymore or a girl. Your best friend won't tell you anything. Like, they're going to be there for you. They are going to tell you things. And they're going to make you pissed off because best friends push you and they push you. And you guys can be like, man, I look so ugly. Same. No, you don't, though. No, but you don't, though. Bro, no, you don't. You're like, best friends so close, and it's that bond you'll never break with the best friend because best friends are supposed to be there till the very, very end. Get it? Get your best friend. Don't let them go. Did I forget one? Oh, wait. Relationships with relationships. No brainer, right? Relationships with relationships. Man. Dating. Boy, girl. Boy, boy. Girl, girl. TT. All of them. BTSL. Like. I like how I totally switched that around. Whoa. One of a kind. But, dating is with somebody you like. Right? I'm assuming, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't date somebody you dislike, or don't date somebody you don't care about, or, like, yeah. I'm sure you guys are friends, and then one day you realize you like each other. You're just like, okay, hi. Or you guys, like, just met somewhere weird and just automatically started dating. Like, you're like, let's go on a date. You know how normally things do. But anyways, relationships with relationships. Those need a lot of communication, and I think they should have trust with it. I think that relationships should have a bond that you can't break. Like, just like best friends, they should be your best friend. Like, I'm not saying you go to your best friend and you're like, hey bro, we should date just because because we're best friends. No, I think that, like, the person you date is like a best friend to you because they're, like, obviously supposed to be there all the time. Like, well, not all the time, but you're supposed to have your back. And they shouldn't, like, let other people talk bad about you when they like you, or when, like, you're around them, or if you go somewhere with them. They shouldn't let other people be, like, saying mean things about you and then laughing with them, because, like, really, do you really care? Yeah. Or, like, relationships, a bond you can't break, man. You're both two rubber bands, and you just came and you made one. I like I did that. It's pink and it's blue. I just grabbed random ones. But I just think I should make a separate whole video for relationships. But the next one would be pretty good. I think you should watch it. And you should, like, totally subscribe to me. And you should comment too. Tell me what I should, like, talk about. And you should, like me. Should like, subscribe, and comment, and I should post a new one in a minute.